Welcome to Factful Finance. Have you ever wondered how gig workers, freelancers, contractors, or anyone not tied to a traditional 9-to-5 can find the right health insurance? It's a real challenge, especially when it feels like everyone else gets their coverage through an employer. But here's the thing, it's not impossible. In fact, there are plenty of options out there that could save you big time in the long run. Let's explore how gig workers can navigate the world of health insurance and find the coverage that fits their unique needs. Now, before we dive in, just a quick reminder. Everything we talk about today is for educational purposes only. We're here to provide the tools, but it's always a good idea to speak with a licensed professional when making important decisions about your health insurance or finances. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Gig workers have a lot on their plate, managing multiple jobs, keeping track of a regular income, and sometimes working without benefits like health insurance. According to a recent study, around 36% of the U.S. workforce is made up of gig workers, and many of them face gaps in coverage that can be both expensive and complicated to deal with. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be a stressful experience. There are several health insurance options for gig workers, and choosing the right one boils down to understanding your own healthcare needs and budget. First, let's look at the Affordable Care Act, ACA, marketplace. The ACA, or Obamacare, offers a range of plans designed for individuals who don't get health coverage through an employer. These plans are often a great fit for gig workers because they're tailored to people without access to group plans. Depending on your income, you may even qualify for subsidies, which can reduce your monthly premium costs. For instance, let's say you're like Olivia, a freelance writer. She qualifies for subsidies that drop her monthly premium from $400 to just $150, thanks to the ACA. Next, consider short-term health plans. These are often a more affordable option, but there's a catch. They offer limited coverage and don't cover pre-existing conditions. They can be a good choice for someone like Elijah, who's between projects and needs something temporary, but they're not the best long-term solution if you need comprehensive care. Now, let's not forget about health savings accounts, HSAs. These accounts are tax-advantaged and let you set aside money for medical expenses. If you have a high-deductible health plan, HDHP, pairing it with an HSA can be a powerful way to save for unexpected medical costs. For example, Liam, a full-time gig worker, uses his HSA to cover medical expenses and reduce his tax bill, allowing him to focus on growing his freelance business without worrying about healthcare costs. Of course, if you're self-employed and have a spouse who works for a traditional employer, you may be able to join their plan. That's what Mia did. She's a graphic designer who joined her partner's employer-sponsored plan, which offered more comprehensive coverage at a lower rate than any individual plan she could find. So what's the takeaway? Health insurance for gig workers isn't as overwhelming as it might seem. Whether you're looking at the ACA marketplace, considering a short-term plan, or maximizing your HSA, there are multiple avenues to get covered. The key is to start by assessing your needs. What kind of coverage do you actually need? Are you mostly healthy, or do you have ongoing medical issues? And what can you afford to pay each month? What's your first step toward securing the right health insurance? Do you have any tips or experiences to share with other gig workers? Drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching this video. If you found this information helpful, why not hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you don't miss out on more great tips to help you manage your finances. We think you'll find the next video on screen just as valuable to your financial journey. Remember, health insurance doesn't have to be complicated. With the right resources and a little know-how, you can find a plan that's perfect for you.